Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan with your numerology forecast for September 2022. How are you doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Just before I dive into the forecast, just got two announcements to make. The first is announcing the two winners of the Win a Free 60-minute personal reading with me for the people who purchased my Numerology Guidance Oracle Cards app. And the winners are, we have here Miriama O'Brien from New Zealand and also Lisa Tompkins from Australia. You guys have won a full 1 hour numerology reading with me, and everybody else who entered the competition, and there were a lot of you, as a thank you for purchasing the app and going out of your way to send an entry to me, you are all getting a free complimentary personality profile and 12-month forecast chart and report. So this is a PDF report. It's about 25 pages long of your complete numerology chart, as well as a 12-month by month forecast for the next 12 months. And for those, everyone will be getting that who entered. So I will be contacting you via email over the next couple of days to get your details, to give you a free PDF report. And for those who like the sound of that report and didn't enter into the competition and won't be getting one for free, I am still running my 2 for the price of 1 of these reports. So 2 for the price of 1, you just purchase your first report as normal for $25 on the website. Go through the procedure online, and when I send you your report back to you, I'll then ask you for the details of the free second report. You can use that for anybody you like. All right, that's it. Those are the announcements out the way. So now let's start with the forecast for September. So first of all, I have to let you know how to calculate your personal year number for those of you who don't know. What we're going to do is we're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 6. We add the day and month of your birth date to number 6 because 2022 is number 6. And when we're calculating a personal year number, we're calculating the forecast for this whole year of 2022. And so we're going to add the day and month of your birth date to 2022, which is 6. So let me use an example for the birth date, the 28th of March. We would go 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 6. That adds up to 19. Now, here's the second rule of thumb. If you end up with a double-digit number, add those numbers together until you eventually end up with a single number between 1 and 9. 19, we would go 1 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So one more time, keep adding any double numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. Now, some people will only need to do that once, whereas somebody else might end up with a total of 12, and then they have to go 1 plus 2 is 3, take that extra step of adding double numbers together again, or a 10, 1 and 0 is 1. All right, so one last time, add the day and month of your birth date to number 6. Keep adding any double-digit numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that's your personal year number for the whole year. All right, so just before I have to tell everybody, in September, we get a double dose of our personal year number, because in September, our personal year number for the year is the exact same number as our personal month number, because we have a personal year number for the forecast for the year, but each month we have a personal month number that works alongside the personal year number. And that's what the forecasts are that I give for you, that I do for you each month. I'm blending your personal year and your personal month forecasts together for you to give you the heads up of what's going on around you so you can do the best you can. You get some tips on how to navigate your way through that month and make the most of it. And that's what I do in the forecasts. And so for September, every year in September, we get a double dose of our personal year number. So if you want some more insight into your personal year and personal month number, I suggest you go back to the link in my newsletter or onto my YouTube page and find the forecast for 2022. that I did right at the beginning of the year, because that's going to give you even more information about this month and your entire year. You can never have too much information, right, when you're trying to plan your life and make things the best they can possibly be. So let's start with personal year number 1. This whole year for you, and especially in September, it's all about new beginnings, a fresh start, all right? New beginnings and a fresh start. And it's about, some people will literally have new things come up in their life. Like I'm in a 1 year, for example, and I've moved to a completely different city. Didn't see that happening at all. And so it's a huge, obvious new beginning for me, because something massive and something in my physical world is a whole new beginning. Then there may be other people that it's not so obvious and it's not something massive and big, but it might be something within. It might be a whole new attitude, a whole new way of perceiving a problem you've had your whole life. And this is the year that you choose to view it from a higher perspective and move through it and move forward with your life because of one thing. You changed your perception of a challenge or an issue in the past. And that's put you on a whole new path. But then everything in your physical world is the same. Same home, same job, same marriage, same friendships. Everyone's life and circumstances are different. But this is a year to be courageous, to make decisions that to be your true authentic self, and to make decisions based on who you really are and what you really want. It's about you having the courage to stand up, to be who you truly are, to be confident, to not compromise who you really are to fit in, to keep other people happy, or to do what everyone else is doing. It's for you to break away from the pack, to be confident in being a black sheep and going through your own, walking your own path, marching to the beat of your own drums. And, it's all about having this positive attitude, being proactive, taking the world by storm. So here's some tips on how to best navigate this year and this month. It's about being proactive and taking action. Begin something new, whether it's a new career, a new project, a new hobby. Develop and implement some new ideas. Focus on your self-improvement. Try being more independent and self-reliant. Work on your self-confidence. Plan your goals moving forward for the next 9 years. Be open to new opportunities. Manifest your dreams into reality. So take action, get in that driver's seat, start visualizing things as you want them to be. Take on more of a leadership role instead of just following the crowd or following the leader. You step into more of a leadership role. So it's about getting in the driver's seat of your life and moving forward. Remember also, 1 is a very powerful manifestation number for manifesting what you think and feel and believe. So it's about you thinking, feeling, and believing that life is good, believing the universe has your back, believing in yourself, believing that money comes, money goes, you always end up on top, believing that it doesn't matter what's going on in the news, it doesn't matter what's going on outside of you in the economy, the weather, it doesn't matter. You tell yourself and you tell your all that you are from every cell of your inner being, I am taken care of. I am safe. I am happy. Things work out for me. I'm in alignment with the universe. I'm in synchronicity with life. I'm in the right place at the right time. All my needs are taken care of. All is well in my world. All right? Right. I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a wonderful month. Now let's move on to number 2. You guys are to 853. So for the 2 year, you guys were in a 1 year last year. And so therefore this year is sort of about finding balance within yourself. It's about, number 1, finding a strong, emotional, grounded and balanced, harmonious center. All right. So that you're not swaying one way. You're not having these emotional highs and lows. You're sort of stabilized, you're balanced, you're in harmony. You're in harmony with yourself because you're being your true authentic self. You're standing up for yourself. You have good values and morals. You have good boundaries, a good healthy sense of self-esteem. You've got a high level of self-worth. And you are in balance between action and sort of you're more intuitive and listening to and feeling what's going on around you rather than just acting out of habit. It's about slowing down and trusting in divine order and timing And the more slower and quiet you are, the more time you spend on your own in silence, in nature, the stronger you will hear the voice of your soul, the stronger your intuition will be, the more you'll be able to hear that intuitive divine guidance that tells you what steps to take in life. And they're not always the big bells and whistles when we get this intuitive information. It's very subtle. It's very quick, very simple, and very subtle. And that's why it's so easy not to hear it or not to notice it, especially if you're distracted and you're busy and if you're stressed out and anxious. So this 2 year is about you finding equilibrium and balance and security within yourself, emotionally, mentally, and physically. It's about you balancing your emotions. It's about you trusting the timing of life and not forcing things to happen before their time. So it's about divine timing, not your timing. So patience is vital. You're going to feel a lot more sensitive than normal this year. Don't worry, you're not going to stay that way. But the 2 year and month is designed to heighten your sensitivity and your emotions so that you can become aware of what's sitting there. So you can have these awarenesses, these aha moments that go with those emotions, and you can perceive those experiences that created those emotions from a higher perspective, and you can release them. You can acknowledge them, embrace them, accept them, and release them. And that's going to help you to live a much more happier, healthier, and more balanced life. Relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface may rise to be resolved. That's very normal in a 2 cycle. So just be more understanding. Be understanding of yourself, forgiving of yourself, understanding and forgiving of others, and try not to overreact. All right. So here's some tips for you this month and this year. It's about being patient and waiting for opportunities to come to you. Focus on your health and well-being. Practice mindfulness. Take up meditation, yoga, qigong, breath work. Build upon what you already have created in your life. It's about you stabilizing and building step by step something solid, something stable, something that's going to stand the test of time. It's about working on your self-love this year. Working on loving yourself unconditionally and being your own best friend. Working on your personal growth and personal development. It's about being positive and being proactive about finding love if you're single. It's about you loving you, because nobody else can love you unless you love you first. And we attract what we feel. So if you feel really good about yourself, you will attract somebody else and other people around you that feel good about you too. And it's also about thinking, what can I offer in a relationship? Why would someone want to be with me? Not what can I take and what are they giving to me and what can I get? It's like, what am I bringing to the table? Why would someone want to love me? What makes me an amazing partner? And how do I be that person? What can I give? What can I offer? It's also a month and a year to recognize, express, and release any repressed emotions or any existing emotions, present emotions. And it's about improving your existing relationships with others. All right, so I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a wonderful month, and we'll move on now to personal year number 3. So you guys are in a year where, it's really important. Communication, self-expression, socialization, creativity. First of all, it's about getting off your butt and getting a bit more out there and a bit more involved with other people. It doesn't have to be all the time, and it doesn't have to be lots of people. It may only be reaching out and connecting with one person, that introducing a new person into your life. But it's about you being willing to get out there, willing to be a bit of a mover and shaker, willing to be seen, willing to be heard. All right. Now, things are speeding up in a 3 year. Things can happen. You're going to be a lot on your plate and can be a bit scattered, a bit changeable. And so therefore you need extra effort to be more stable and more grounded and more disciplined and getting things done. So you might end up having to write yourself a little list so you don't, forget to do things, because you can be easily distracted in this cycle. But it is definitely a time of having more fun. It really is. I cannot express that enough and emphasize that enough, how important doing what feels good and having more fun in your life is in the 3 year, in the 3 month. And remember, you are in a double 3. You're in a 3 year and a 3 month this month. So it's about whatever it is that feels good, whether it's baking, whether it's gardening, whether it's dancing, whether it's singing, whether it's eating yummy ice creams and walking on the beach. Do more of what feels good because it raises your vibration. And the higher your vibration, the more you are in alignment with source. Happiness, fun, and joy is one of the highest vibrations a human being can have, alongside gratitude and pure love. So it can be a really upbeat year, and life is asking you this year to see the glass half full, regardless of what's going around you. You can be in a challenging situation, but you can have an optimistic mindset about it. I'm in this challenge. It really sucks. It's really hard, but I know I can make it through. You see? That's the difference between I'm in this challenge, it's really hard, oh my God, I just want to curl up and die. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, and it's about you being optimistic, seeing the glass half full. Great time to take a vacation, great time to watch, bring more joy into your life. So here's some of the things, some tips for this month and this year. Be more social, connect with others, attend gatherings and events, start journaling, expressing yourself. Right, getting your emotions out. They are better out than in. Getting your thoughts out. They're better out than in. Travel or go on a vacation. Be optimistic. See the glass half full. Monitor your spending. Express yourself honestly. Communicate your thoughts and feelings. Have fun and do more of what you enjoy. Write a blog, a memoir, a poem, a book. Be creative. Perhaps even working on a new project. And go out of your way to entertain family and friends. All right, so I'll leave that with you, and I'll say have a wonderful month, and we're going to move on now to personal year number 4. You guys are in a year where slow and steady wins the race. This 4 year is about order, creating structure. It's about building and planning, and that involves effort. That involves one step at a time. Building something bit by bit, step by step, gradually over time. It's not about going from A to Z 100 miles an hour. It's actually going slower, but making better quality moves. Okay, so it can be a slow-paced vibration this year. It can also mean there are obstacles. It almost feels like I want to go running. I want to go for a sprint. I want to go for a run, but I feel like I'm wearing concrete boots. That's one of the ways I describe the 4 year, is you want to go running, but you're wearing concrete boots. So you sort of have to slow down, and there'll be obstacles, and you're learning this year about perseverance. You're learning about fortitude, commitment, dedication, and learning about how to overcome the feeling of frustration through delays. So patience and tolerance is vital, and determination. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. You just pick yourself up and you soldier on. Know that the effort that you put in this year, you will reap the benefits from further down the line, providing you have the right attitude. So the right attitude is, I can get through this. I am strong. And so here's some tips for you to get through this year and this month to make it the best it can be. Work hard. Do the work. Put the effort in. Don't sit on your ass. Don't expect it to all land in your lap and then wonder why nothing happened. It's about you meeting the universe halfway and putting effort in. It's a great year and month to budget and save money, to pay off debts, to focus on your mental and physical health, to make a commitment, to really stick at something and follow through. Great time to study, to, if you want to expand in your career or with your business, you might do some extra training to upskill yourself. Great time to work on the home. Great time to, work on things with family and getting relationships in order. It's a great time to get organized and put systems in place. Great time to, you've got to make sure that you make some time to relax and unwind though. So it is a time where, we need the effort, and we need consistent effort throughout this year and this month, but we also need to make sure that we have balance with that we take time out to relax and unwind. It is not a time to take ridiculous risks and to live on the edge. It is a time to be more cautious, to be more responsible, and, cross your T's and dot your I's. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a wonderful month. And let's move on now to personal year number 5. This is a month and a year of change. All right, progress, movement, and change, even adventure. Some people are going to have a really adventurous year. It is a vibration or a cycle of time that can be quite fast-paced, where things can come from out of the blue. Things can come from left field, positive and negative. You know, things you didn't see coming. You're like, what the heck just happened then? What the heck? Where did that come from? And that can be really exciting, good stuff, like magical, wow, I can't believe that just happened. Or it can be, holy shit, what the hell was that? I can't believe that just happened. So the main thing to know about this year and this month is to be flexible and adaptable. Roll with the punches. Don't have your plans too set in stone. You know, the more flexible you are and the more that you can roll with whatever comes your way, the more easier it's going to be for you. If you've got your plans all set in stone, you're going to get all worked up if things don't go according to the plan. You know, things don't always work according to the plan in life, especially in a 5 cycle. So, you know, this is a time of shaking things up. You know, it's about creating necessary changes, whether you're prepared for them or not. So some changes will be forced upon you, and some of them you're in the driver's seat and you're being proactive and you're proactively making those choices. And you're in control. So, you know, whatever comes your way, just roll with it. This is also, you know, some people can have like massive life changes, like a change of location, change of career, change of lifestyle. And then you can have other people, it's not such a big deal. It might be something subtle. And there are some people that it's about breaking away from old routines into growing into new areas of challenge and growth. You know, there can be a feeling of restlessness and boredom. You want to break free. You feel a bit stuck and you want to just go out there and be wild and have some adventure. Just be aware that it isn't a time to overindulge. So you have to be really careful that you don't go wild too much with the old food, alcohol, overspending, sex, affairs. People do crazy stuff, gambling, all kinds of things. People break out in a 5 years sometimes and go a bit wild. Great time for traveling. But you have to be careful that you don't have your finger in too many pies at once and scatter your energy all over the show. So be a little bit more organized. So here's some tips for you for this month and this year. It is a time to make changes and to prepare for change. Be fun and adventurous. Take a vacation if possible. Experience and try some new things. Create more personal freedom for yourself. Move house, town or country. Advertise and promote yourself. So it's a great vibration for being a bit of a mover and a shaker and putting your stamp on things and letting the world know who you are and what you've got to say. Great time to change jobs or career. Yeah, it's pretty good to take a calculated risk, but make sure the risk is a calculated risk, that you've done some investigating on it and it's a responsible risk. You know, it's not a cycle to be irresponsible. Otherwise, it may, you know, fall back on you. And you don't want to invite any more drama into your life that's necessary. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 6. You guys are in a year where you're always going to be in alignment with the universal year number or the world year number. So you get, you know, especially this month of September, you've got the personal month number 6, the personal year number 6, and the universal year number 6. That's 3 6s. But don't worry, it's got nothing to do with 666, the number of the beast. So you don't have to worry about that. No beasties are going to come up from the darkness out your wardrobe when you're sleeping. So you don't have to worry about that. All right, personal year and personal month number 6. This is about responsibility. Taking your responsibilities seriously. Some of you will need to be more responsible and more accountable for yourselves and the way that you're living your life or the decisions that you're making. Some people, this may be to do with finances. Some people, it may be to do with health. Some people, it may just be about being more responsible in the relationships that you have with other people. Some people, it may mean having more integrity and be more honest. Other people, it may just be stepping up to the plate and owning up to, you know, and apologizing and owning up and taking ownership of the role that you've played in a challenging situation and how, you know, the part that you played in it. Other people might have actual more responsibility placed upon their shoulders for something outside of themselves. It could be people. It could be people or friends or family or neighbors or people that need assistance. It might be being there to help people out at work more or clients more. Other people, it may be literal or more responsibility with more duties at work. You know, but it's also about learning how to be there for other people. The cycle is more than anything teaching us about having that attitude of being of service without expecting anything in return, to know that what is more important than anything is how we treat other people, about being there for family, friends, people that, you know, need us, to that shoulder to cry on, instead of, oh, it's not fair, it's taking me away for what I want for me. But also, you know, some people are giving too much and they're finding they need to find balance between giving and receiving, and need to have stronger boundaries. So, you know, that is a theme that can play up in this cycle as well. Some people have relationship issues coming up. Some people can have, you know, separations, divorces, breaking up. And then you can have other people that are making up and relationships are improving. And then you have other people that are in new relationships. So it is also a relationship vibration in many different ways, and it also is about family, especially children and parenting. Great time for working on the home, the garden, all that kind of stuff. And it can also be a good time for people working in the service, in a service-based industry. So here's some tips for you this month and this year. Take your responsibilities seriously. Be there for family and friends. Be of service to others. Focus on your domestic affairs. Renovate or redecorate your home. Start a home-based business. Work on the garden. Be creative. Take up a new hobby. Renovate or redecorate your home. I think I've mentioned that because it is a great vibration for things around the home. Pets, all that kind of stuff as well. Garden, pets, renovating, decorating, interior decorating, moving. Great time to start a family. Great time to get married. Great time to get a makeover. And a great time to work on your self-care. All right, and good time also to get involved in with the community, being more there for other people in the community, and you know, get to know your neighbours a bit better, unless they're assholes. All right, sorry I had to say that. That can happen for some people. Lucky for me, I have bloody awesome neighbours. I'm very lucky, but not everyone's as lucky as me. Some people do live next door to people that are a bit challenging. Right, let's move on now to personal year number 7. You guys are in a year where it's going within, you know. It's about introspection. It's about personal growth. It's about spiritual growth and spiritual development. You know, this year is about building a better relationship with yourself and building a better relationship with whatever it is that you believe is the higher power. So a deeper understanding of who you are, what you want, why you're here, and what the meaning of life is, what your life purpose is. I have more people book a numerology reading with me than any other in the personal year 7 than any other personal year number, because it is the year where you are going within and you are asking, who am I? What's important? It's the year of the seeker, you know, and it's about, you know, it's not necessarily about being out there and taking on the business world, although don't get me wrong, we can have some really big business achievements. And if you are in business, every year is a business related year, right? But for the most part, the 7 year is about doing the inner work, because the greater the inner work is, the better the inner work is that you do, the greater your results will be in the outer physical world as a result, especially from next year on. So, you know, it's a great time to study. It's a great time to get into understanding your personal development and understanding other people. Great time to strengthen your spiritual connection. You know, it would be a great time to start meditation or to take a spiritual development workshop, explore alternative therapies and holistic healing, that kind of thing. So here's some tips for you for this month and this year. Adopt a spiritual practice. If you already have a spiritual practice, put some more effort and time into that. Spend some quiet time alone. Take up meditation, yoga, EFT, Qigong, breath work, whatever you're into. Detox and eat a healthy diet. Spend time in nature. Explore some alternative therapies. Rest, recuperate, and relax. Focus on your personal development. Go on a spiritual retreat or expand your spiritual learning. Get closer to God. Improve your health. Get a health check or exercise more. And a great time to study and become a specialist in your craft. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 8. So you guys are in a year where, you know, it is a great year for manifestation. All right, great year for the law of attraction, understanding the universal laws like the back of your hand and using them in a more powerful way, in a more consistent way in your everyday life. It is a year of you stepping into your full power. to get stronger, more courageous, more confident, more empowered than you've ever been before. This is also a year to focus on your finances, and some people will have changes in their career. Some people may be expanding their career or changing their career. So this year also can incorporate taking care of legal matters or legal issues come up. Other people, it can be to do with property, finances. Great year for career advancement and recognition and financial gain, whereas other people may experience a decrease or an increase in expenses and financial loss. Everybody's different. 8 is the number of karmic balance that rebalances the scales of justice, and that's in direct proportion to your attitude and your actions of the past, especially in the past 7 years. You will reap what you've sown in an 8 year. Okay, so you must be honest, you must have integrity, you must do things by the book in terms of karma and the universal laws. Everything you do is observed and it is noted. So you can't escape the universe. You might be able to hide things in the physical world from people, but you can never hide from the scales of justice in the universe and the energetic world. So be aware of that, especially if you're an 8 person. If you have 8 and your personality numbers, I cannot stress enough how you do not want to be dodgy. So, it is a great year where in month, if you've been hardworking and been working, doing things by the book and being honest, if you've got a positive relationship with money, this is the year to really adopt an attitude of abundance. And it's also about you not allowing yourself to be disempowered, to be taking, control of yourself and not allowing yourself to be disempowered. So here's some tips for you for this month and this year. Budget, save your money, get your finances in order. Deal with any outstanding legal matters. Work hard, be honest, and have good ethics. Build on your career. Change career if you feel inclined. Study something that may advance your career. Apply for promotions. Start a new job or career. Familiarize yourself with the law of attraction. Go on YouTube, watch some Abraham Hicks. Learn as much as you can. Put a lot of effort into manifestation, manifesting your goals and dreams. Adopt an attitude of abundance. Reprogram your limiting beliefs. All right? So I'll leave that with you, and I hope you have a great month. And I'll move on now to personal year number 9. Right, so you guys are in a year of out with the old to make way for the new, and a month, because remember, September is a double amplified energy of the personal year, and it's the personal month as well. So this is a month and a year of transformation. It is the final year of the 9-year cycle, and it focuses on completion and transformation in preparation for new beginnings to come next year. First, you've got to let go of things in your life that no longer serve you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, a friendship you've outgrown, or even a behavior that you might have outgrown. Spring clean your life so you can move towards better things. So to make the most of this year and this month, you need to trust in the divine plan, surrender to change. Forgiveness is huge, and that's forgiving yourself, forgiving others, but also forgiving circumstances, forgiving the injustice of life. That is huge, because until you do that, you're only fully in alignment. You're never completely in full alignment, because you've got work that needs to be done in releasing and forgiveness, and that is huge. It's a year of endings, but it's also a year of rebirth and compensation, where everything that you've been working and striving towards can finally come to fruition. So it can be a really positive payoff year. So start feeling deserving and worthy. Expect the best and you'll get the best, especially this year and this month. Focus on being of service. Give any unwanted items to a good cause. Donate either your time, some money, or some goods, whether it's dropping a few cans of food into your local supermarkets, food box. They have food drop boxes there where you can donate some foods, a couple of cans of something, or a bag of pasta, whatever you think of, being connected to the community and doing things for other people. So here's a list of some tips and things that can make this the best month and year it can be. Spring clean your life and your home. Let go of bad habits. Leave unfulfilling job if you're in an unfulfilling job. Tie up loose ends. End any unhealthy relationships. Clean out your closets, literally. Have a spring clean. Donate to charity. Work for a cause. Forgive others, yourself, and the past. That's a biggie. resolve any outstanding conflicts where possible, and heal any outstanding emotional wounds. Woo! I loved my 9-year last year. God, it was so good because I just grew up so much, and this is the thing about the 9-year, guys. It's the last year in a block of 9 years, and it's like you're graduating. If you've got the right attitude and you're all about evolving and you're all about bettering yourself and you're all about tackling those parts of yourself that you know you need to work on, and you take that responsibility seriously, you're really going to reap the benefits from it. And you really are. And you will graduate, and you will raise your vibration and go up to a higher frequency. And that's what it's all about. All right, I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic September, and I will be back with your forecast on the 1st of October next month. All right, take care. Bye.